Hello, Waukegan. This is Dawn, your elementary school wind trainer, and I'm also an instructional coach at Glenwood Elementary. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to make a PDF editable for your students, especially for younger students where Kami or DocHub would be a little bit more difficult for them to use. So I came into our Ready Gen program that all elementary school teachers are using. And our next assignment is lunch money. If I had a class, we're going to pretend. And it's very easy, as you know, to assign these stories. So this is a story that the kids can have. So if I had a class, this would go straight to their system. I can have that link already on Google Classroom, and they know how to get in, or they can get in through the waffle and go down to Pearson Realize, and they can get in and they can hear the story. Now, with these stories, a lot of times the activities are on a PDF. So today's activity was a character development activity to go along with the story, which you want to make sure that your students have done before. And what they're going to do is they are going to compare Greg's actions, and they're going to tell me what that tells me about his character. So keep Greg's actions to his character. So in Ready Gen, if you don't already know, there's lots of printable resources. And I'll just show you real quick where those are at. If you come into teacher resources, you would go into printable resources. You're going to come to this page, and you would find graphic organizers. I've already pulled it up for us. Here's the graphic organizers that they recommend to use. Sometimes to get the whole picture on, you need to resize your image. So on a Mac, if you want to screenshot this, which is what we want to do, you're going to hold Command, Shift, and 4. You can see you have your little cursor here. Now I need to drag this over everything that I'd like to screenshot. So I'm going to come up in the corner, I'm going to push down with my left finger, and I'm going to drag with my right finger over the entire image that I would like. So I have the image, I let go, I now have the screenshot. So you see you can click on this right here, you can upload it to your computer. In a Mac, it automatically uploads. It's either going to be in your downloads or it would be on your desktop. But you can see I can add it to preview. It automatically is done for you. So from here, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to click out. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to come to my Google Drive, and I am actually going to create a new Google slide. So what you want here is a Google slide, and you're going to see why in a minute that we want our Google slide. This way our students can't kind of change things around on us, and we can layer things a lot easier. So I am just going to call this remote learning test so I remember later to delete it. It's just being slow because it's a brand new one. All right, so here we go. Always title it first. And like I said, I will call this remote learning. Okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot type today. Learning. All right. So the next thing I do is I come in and I am going to get rid of these boxes. We do not need these boxes. So I am going to get rid of the boxes. And then from here, I need to, if you were just attaching this to Google Classroom, having your sheet this way doesn't matter. But if you want to print this out in the future for a student, for their portfolio or whatever, it's not going to print well. So for that, what we would need to do is come down and we would need to do page setup. So as you can see right now, it's on widescreen. We actually want to make it custom. And I'm going to make it the same size as a piece of paper so that if for some reason I need to print this, I will be able to do that easily and apply. So you can see now I have that exact paper size. Now I'm not going to just cut and paste that image on there. What I need to do is I need to change the background. So I'm going to come to slide and I'm going to come to change background. This way the kids can't do anything to the image. So I have a color choice or choose image choice, and I'm going to do choose image. And that is on my main page. So I'm going to come to browse, and you can see there it is, screenshot, and I can see it's the exact one that I want. And so I'm going to open it, and Done. So there's my T-chart, just like I had said. Now, depending on the age of your students, some of the students in 4th and 5th grade will probably figure out how to insert a text box. But if this was a child that was not able to do that, you could create the text boxes for them. So I know on one side here, I am going to have Greg's actions. And I need that to be a little bit bigger. And then on this side, I'm going to insert again another text box right there. And I'm going to drag it to where I want it. And then I'm going to say, before I even start typing, let's make that the right size. Greg's character. And so let's just make this a little bit bigger. So it's, oops, went a little too high. Okay. So there they are. It's still not right. You can play with it until you got it at the exact same spot. A little bit better. Now I'm going to want the students to be typing in here. So here is where I could create a text box, and I could say, type your answers here. Now, hopefully they're going to have a lot, so I don't need to make this bigger, so that maybe they'll be able to fill it up without the font being bigger, or you can make the font bigger. And again, I'm going to come for another text box, and I'm going to write, type your answers here. Okay, so now it's good to go. So I have a PDF. I've made this editable, and now I'm going to add it to my Google Classroom. So we'd come into our Google Classroom. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up already for you. And I'm going to add it as a classwork. And when I add this to my students' classwork, I'm going to create an assignment. And again, we're just going to write testing. So, because I just want you to see how to do this, we're going to add from Google Classroom. Now I have it's right on recent, so it's going to be the very first thing. But if not, I could always type it in here, the search bar, the name of my activity, and it will show up. But it's right there for us. Now it's going to come in. One of the things I just want to point out is that you need to make a copy for each student. So now they're going to have their very own copy. They're going to be able to type right on there, and it will be a smooth process for your students in learning and completing their assignment. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.